Oh, hello YouTube, Jägermeister Dreamer back with another live stream. Basically another chat and chill, as the title says. Also, how do you like the collar? I probably look like an idiot wearing it, but hey, whatever makes the chat laugh or whatever. You can laugh at my stupidity. Don't laugh at this stupidity because it's not a laughing matter. But yeah, another chill stream, pretty well. Just chat with me. I'll probably keep y'all entertained, maybe with some more talking and stuff. I do have something I'm gonna show. For those of you who watch my other channel, maybe, if y'all are even here from my other channel, upcoming, a video of this Craftsman chainsaw. Yes, it is a Craftsman. You can usually tell by this line here. Also says it on the back. It's backwards because the camera. So, yeah, if you're here from my other channel, expect a video of that. Possibly a tear down and repair or whatever. I wonder what this is all about. Oh, Prime. I'm not upgrading to Prime. I don't have the money for it. But yeah, really just to chat and chill. You can chat with me. Just keep the chat safe for work. Let me get on up in the light here. Yeah, you can see that's actually a dog collar. I plan on getting one of those little things that you can get at a Dollar General to put on here that says I love dogs or I heart dogs and stuff. You can get those at Dollar General. They're not very expensive. Looks like we got a viewer. So yeah, we're just chatting and chilling, as the title says. But yeah, feel free to shoot me a comment or whatever. Just the wind. But yeah, I'm gonna have this stream as long as I can, as per usual. And over here is on the screen, maybe it's showing up on YouTube, is so far what I hope to gain. You probably see it better than I can because I got the little thing over here where the camera is. Yeah, iPhone 11 doesn't really give you a whole screen. It has that little thing up at the top of it that has your speaker and your camera, your face reader, and all that. Add the little sensor. You know, like when you put the phone up to your ear, it blacks the screen out so that your face isn't pushing everything on the call. But yeah, so what else is there to talk about? Oh yeah, the Walmart. Because I had to go to Walmart. I had to get a shower mat, you know, the thing you put in the bottom of your tub and all that. And I was also looking at lights at the home improvement aisle. They got these nice remote control powered lights that, well, you turn them on with a remote. There's a pack of, I think, 6 or 7 to put in that old house from the last live stream, I think it was. And as we were pulling in, me and my dad, I went up there with my dad because he also had to get some fuel injector cleaner and a few other things. Oh, must be bugs hitting the windows. Anyway, so I was in the aisle to get the shower mats, and this lady came up to me and said, "Oh, you want that shower mat? I'd get the more colorful one." I'm like, I don't want the more colorful one. Thank you very much, but I'm only here to grab a random shower mat. This is my choice. I'm taking it. I said, "You need to get the colorful one. You're never going to get a wife with that plain white shower mat." I said, "Not looking for anything right now. This one will do me." And she's over here just blah, 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 while I'm trying to go over to the aisle with the where the lights were. And when I got over there, she followed me. And I was looking at the remote control lights, and she said, "Those tiny things aren't going to give you light." I said, "I'm not really looking to buy these right now. I'm only looking at prices for them." So I'm trying to play the nice guy and all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, I'm losing patience. And then she says, "Oh, you got a collar on?" I said, "Yes. Is there a problem with that?" She said, "You must have a wife. You're clearly some lady's pet." "Lady, leave me alone." I actually said that. I turned around like this and said, "Lady, leave me alone." She's like, "Seriously, your wife isn't going to like you bringing that plain white shower mat home." I said, "Ma'am, I don't have a wife, thank goodness, because if you and every other woman who has ever walked up to me behaves this way, I don't want anyone." She said, "Oh, really? So show me your pictures." What do my pictures have to do with anything? She just glares at me like, "Your pictures? You clearly take pictures with your wife." I said, "Ma'am, I don't have any pictures of anyone. I don't even have a picture of me. Leave me alone." She said, "What do you have pictures of then? Children?" Go away. Seriously, who jumps to that conclusion? I mean, I don't have pictures of children. I don't take pictures of children. That's a pedophile thing. I'm getting stressed just thinking about this. I'm probably going to wrap this up with the cash register incident. I'm sorry. I would take a thing of dip, but I don't. I mean, I do have dip, but I don't do that right after. My keys just fell. I mean, it's only a circular saw blade. Oh, lighter's right here. On this sled. And yes, this is a sled. It's a German sled. I really wish the Coffee Head Smokes drive-through would not make them like this. because that's a bit too high of a flame, if you ask me. Anyway, yeah. So she follows me. She's still yelling at me to see my pictures and all that, accusing me of being a child predator. And her excuse was to call me a child predator was, you have a pretty ugly beard. And who wears their mustache like that? And all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry if my entitled parent's voice sounds like r/'s entitled parent voice. But it's the best I could do right now. I mean, I do have a few other voices I could try for entitled parents, but honestly, my throat hurts as bad enough without that. So that's the one. So this is the one I can do the best without hurting my throat. So anyway, yeah, at the cash register, I reach over and grab this little dragon-shaped blowtorch. And she's like, oh my gosh, are you gonna light crack with that? I'm like, woman, you are the most annoying little B word I've ever seen. I actually said what the B stands for. I'm not gonna say that on YouTube because excessive cussing can prevent me from getting monetized in the future. But anyway, yeah. She thought I was getting that torch for crack. I don't do crack. Smoking is bad enough without that. So, yeah, she's blabbering on. Eventually, a Walmart security employee comes up and says, does there seem to be a problem here? I said, yes, sir. This lady has been following me around, harassing me, demanding to see my pictures on my phone. She's been trying to pick stuff out for me that I don't want. Yes, there is. I'm only trying to help him. I said, ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to either leave this guy alone or leave. I'm not leaving until he obeys me. He's clearly underage, and he's buying a blowtorch. I bet he's going to use it to light crack. So, of course, she does look crazy to the guard, but the guard asks me if I could empty my pockets. So, I empty my pockets. I empty car keys, cigarettes, cigarette lighter. I don't have the case on me, but I pull out my AirPods case. She says, he probably stole those AirPods. So, I open my phone. I show him the month, or was it? I show him the receipt I got last month for the AirPods. And even though it had Hoover Elite engraved on it, I showed him the messages from Apple stating that they were going to send me another pair of AirPods to my exact zip code. Woman, these are clearly his AirPods. He showed me a receipt. So, you need to leave him alone. She said, no, he's going to use that torch to buy... And yes, she actually said buy. To buy crack. Lady, crackheads charge money, not a blowtorch. She said, you know what I mean. He's going to use it to light crack. So, as she's yelling at the security officer, other people are looking around at us, looking over at us, and this one person, this old lady, actually laughed at what I said to this screaming lady. I said, ma'am, you seem pretty obsessed with crack. do you sniff butt cracks?
She says, what a disgusting suggestion.
This old lady was like, honestly, I would have said something much worse than that. So, yeah. Eventually, she starts screaming. She spit at the security officer, calling him a officer impersonator, whatever that means. I mean, obviously it means impersonating a police officer. So, as I'm putting my stuff back in my pockets, the security officer cuffs her and calls the cops. It triggered the silent alarm, and the cops actually show up a few minutes later and take statements, and they trade cuffs with the security officer, and turns out she actually had crack on her. So, she was charged with assaulting an officer and drug possession. So at least it ended with that entitled crazy woman getting arrested. I mean, I wanted to press charges on her for harassment, but I didn't think it was worth my time. So, yeah, there's that story. I mean, I could share something that happened to me recently, but I don't think it's going to be YouTube friendly because it was sexual harassment, and I don't really feel like talking about that on YouTube. I mean, I'm already having second thoughts about reading r/raised by a narcissist because, well, that's such a personal subreddit. I mean, even r/ doesn't read it. Well, he doesn't narrate it. So yeah, just chat with me. Ask me questions. I see there is one person watching. That's not from YouTube. I see the YouTube thing up here. That's not from YouTube. It's probably Streamlabs or something watching it, or even the Nightbot. I don't think the Nightbot's even working because I've been struggling pretty badly with the Nightbot trying to get it to work. I'm probably going to use CloudBot instead until I can figure something out. I mean, I know I seem to be obsessed with that, but it's just something to advertise my stuff with. Yeah, whatever you want to talk about, ask me. I am trying to get to streaming daily or something, or at least uploading videos every day, but certain things keep me a bit busy. I mean, I've suggested to the Jehovah's Witnesses to watch this channel, but I don't think it's really something that they're interested in because, Jehovah's Witnesses, they're more in the Christianity type of thing. I mean, this isn't a this isn't a Christian channel. I mean, I am a Jehovah's student, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm studying the Bible as much as I can, the Holy Scriptures, even a super old Bible that I have. I don't know where I put that, but I have read some stuff from it recently. I just can't find it right now. I mean, that wasn't really recent. It was actually a few days ago when I read that. I think it was something in Revelations about a being named Abaddon. And if you don't know what Abaddon is, he's apparently destroyer of worlds, the spirit of the abyss. I mean, Revelations is one of the most horrifying parts of the Bible. I will say that. In fact, I've been thinking of reading some things from Revelations as a bit of an extra scare tactic. I mean, I was intending to read creepypastas, but I can't really figure out how to do that with my phone, since some stories are pretty long. Like, I intended on reading The Crawl Space from Madame Macabre, or Madame Macabre. She's one of the spooky type YouTubers. I mean, she does story times, she does creepypasta readings, she does music. In fact, the first thing that actually got me introduced to her was her song Springtrap. And if you don't know who Springtrap is, he's a character, or it's a character. Well, actually, yes, because there's the purple guy inside him. And don't take that as anything inappropriate. It's not a sexual thing. It is actually, he's a dead man, of course, but theory is that the puppet, and you can just look up the Five Nights at Freddy's marionette or Five Nights at Freddy's puppet, and you'll know what I'm talking about. The puppet seems to be the driving force of the whole series, because, well, there is a mini game on the second game called Give Gifts, Give Life. And, well, basically, the whole situation here is the phone guy's a liar, for the most part. And, well, we get the truth as we either die in the game or as we play through it. Because, well, phone guy's a liar, but the spirits of the kids are not liars. They actually pretty well tell the truth as to what happened to them. Basically, the pink guy, there is a pink guy, more like a violet, but pink, more of a pink, who killed the kids, and they get brought back to life by the puppet. The puppet gave them life. They're in the suits. Their spirits are in the suits. And the puppet gave them life. And they're after us because, well, an adult man killed them. We're an adult man in the game. So they come after us because they think we're the ones who got them, who killed them. When really it was the pink man. I know I'm giving the story out, but I'm going to spare some details because there's more to it than this. And, well, I mean, this is just a theory. The pink man killed the kids. The purple guy did not. They think he did, though. I mean, a lot of us probably already know this because watching Markiplier and all that, play the games. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's is a pretty old series. I mean, there is a new game out. I think it's Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted or something. I don't know the storyline there, and I definitely don't know the whole storyline behind Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, because I haven't played those games. I played Five Nights at Freddy's. I've played Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I've played Five Nights at Freddy's 3 and 4, but not much of Sister Location because I was on mobile and I could not turn to go into that one room. I mean, I could turn, like, you know, like you're looking side to side and all that, because, well, looking side to side is basically the whole idea of the whole Five Nights at Freddy's series. Like, you're sitting in an office, in your desk chair, like this, looking around, or you're swiveling your chair around or whatever, looking at the cameras and stuff like that, trying to survive the night. Well, animatronics are going crazy trying to kill you. And, well, yeah, that's basically the only way I could turn. But I could not turn to go into that one room where Circus Baby's voice points you to go, or into the opposite room and going completely against the voice's wishes and getting into this restricted room. Mosquitoes. Hopefully I don't get Triple E virus or the coronavirus from them. But anyway, yeah, it is just a completely, it's a complicated series, I'm going to tell you that. I mean, we do find out something about the purple guy. I'm not going to say what it is for those who didn't play it or watch Markiplier or any of them play it. I mean, I'm pretty sure we already know. But, I mean, I know because, well, Kami let me play on his computer. But, anyway, I'm not going to say who Kami is, but anyway, I'm not going to say his last name because his first name is good enough. In fact, his last name is hard for me to say, honestly. Anyway, yeah, he let me play on his computer. I played through it. I played through the custom night and all that, and yeah, we definitely get some information on who the purple guy is, or even what his name is. Like, it's said what the pink guy's name is, the murderer's name is. But it's only at the end of custom night where we get the purple guy's name. Because the purple guy's in Springtrap, and all that, so it was kind of obvious that, to me anyway, that this was a purple guy talking. I mean, you could look up that clip and see what it is. And I'm going to tell you this. There is a clip. It's a secret clip. Only if you can make it through the toughest of the tough nights in Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location Custom Night. And I mean, it's hard. Like I had a hard time beating it because we got all these little things getting up on the screen blocking your view. You have to boop this little character's nose to make him go away and all that kind of stuff. You have to shut doors, conserve power, and all that. And it's hard. I'm going to tell you that. So, yeah. But it's worth it in the end to get that extra backstory. And I'm going to tell you this. There's two ways that this audio from this clip could... There's two possibilities of what it means. Like, it could be in the mini games in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Like, after you beat a night, you roll right into a mini game. You play as one of each of the characters. As the purple guy dismantles the animatronics. And there is the other way. It involves the sister location. I'm not going to say what the clip says because I want you guys to find out for yourselves. So, yeah. If you want to look it up, it's on YouTube. I mean, I would go for look it up on YouTube because, dang, playing that night is so hard. I mean, Scott made it hard, but seriously. And yes, I know who the developer's name is. Scott Cawthon. I mean, a lot of people pronounce his last name Scott Cawthon. Others call him Scott Cawthon. I mean, I think that's the proper way to say it. My sister called him Scott Cawthon. I said, it's Cawthon, not Cawthon. Have you ever said all? Like as in, aw, cute. That C, just put that C at the beginning of that. Cawthon. It's not hard to say. Not as hard as Kami's last name. And no, it's not spelled as like the Chinese Kami, where it's Kame. That's not how it's spelled. I'm not going to say how to spell his name because I don't think people need to look him up. I mean, there's probably several people who have looked him up because, well, his OC is all over the internet, just about. I think it's all over the internet. Dang German roaches. Yeah, these German cockroaches, they are a pain. My sister thinks the Germans sent them over here in World War II. And I'm like, there's plenty of ways they could have got here. They could have came in on a boat, like a delivery boat for like a car. Like maybe a delivery boat was bringing some of the old Zundab Janices, and there was some roaches in one of those Zundabs, and they came here. There's also another way they could have got here. Like there's some German appliances like vacuums. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of German washing machines here. Or German dryers. German stoves and all that kind of stuff. Well, there are German stoves here because my mom has a German wood stove. That thing is heavy. It is one heavy wood stove, I'll tell you that. Like the Germans, they don't make anything like half-heartedly. they actually put effort into things. Like the Volkswagens. The Volkswagens are a lot more durable than people give them credit for. Like the Volkswagen Beetle, it's a small car, but it's super solid. Like, I have this little gas stove down here. Like, you don't knock on it and you actually get like the sound of heavy duty stainless steel. I don't think they're made of stainless steel, but they're made of some heavy duty steel. I'm going to tell you that right now. The Volkswagen thing, yes, the thing, not Volkswagen, not just like that Volkswagen thingy. Look, there is one called the thing for those who don't know. The Volkswagen thing is, like, some people say they're poorly made when they're not. No, the Germans put effort into things. Like, even Mercedes from Germany. Like an actual German Mercedes. I mean, that is a German car company, but I think China is making some parts for them. I mean, I'm pretty disappointed if they are. But especially the old Mercedes Benzes, like Hitler's Mercedes. I forget the model number of it and the year, but I think it was a 30s Mercedes. They call it the Grosser. I know some people think that letter is a B, but it's not a B. That does not make the B sound. That looks like a cursive B is not a B. It's actually one character for two S's. So it's called the Mercedes-Benz Grosser, which means big, I think. I don't know, it's been a while since I studied German. I know a little bit of German. The Devil Dog Leader 1987 knows more of it than I do, though. Like, I know one phrase, it's actually a song that he introduced me to, Es gibt nur Wasser. I think I said that right. I hope I said it right. Or maybe it's Es gibt nur Wasser. Either way, it's one of those versions. There's only water. That's actually the name of the song in English. That's the English version of the name of the song by Santillano. What else? Guten Tag, I'm pretty sure that means good afternoon. It could mean good day, but I think it means good afternoon. Guten Morgen, that's good morning, as you could probably tell. Gute Nacht, I think, yeah, that means good night. Hallo, I think is how you say that. Hello, of course. Not hola or hola. I think that H is silent. So it's hallo. What else? Deutschland, that means Germany. That's actually one of my favorite songs from Rammstein, I think is how you say their name. Deutschland, mein Hands in Flammen. I probably shouldn't sing that because of copyright. Well, enough of my language lessons. I'm not Nanny McPhee. Darn it. Okay, thank goodness. Reconnected. Oh, wait, don't tell me. Okay, thank goodness. Anyway, yeah, the person who plays Nanny McPhee is a British lady. She even played in another one of my favorites called Stranger Than Fiction, where we get this lady. She's an author. Her screen name is Karen Eiffel. The character's name is Karen Eiffel. Like, she's there on the typewriter. She's chain smoking, worse than I do. Yeah, she's sitting there at the typewriter, printing everything out, and as she's talking, like, it's like narration. It's like a narration. Like, she's talking to this guy, gosh, what was his name? I forget his name, but yeah, apparently she's got writer's block. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's even a disability, but she's basically a hermit in her own studio, I guess. Like, so far, for all the shots we get, the place is empty except for the desk with the typewriter, the desk chair, a little table, and stuff like that. But yeah, the same lady who plays Nanny McPhee is British. I don't know why I said the same lady that plays Nanny McPhee, because there's only one person I know of that's played Nanny McPhee. But if you don't know which one I'm talking about, it's the second one, Nanny McPhee and the Big Bang. In this one, she's not a government nanny. She's actually an army nanny or something like that. I'll tell you what, this one was a bit crazier because it's always been the same thing. Every time she taps her stick, something crazy happens. I mean, it's actually a cane, but every time she taps her cane, something crazy happens. But yeah, my theory is not that she's a witch, or it's no longer that she was the kid's mother, because in the first one, I mean, she makes like this mother figure as if she's come back to fix her mistakes by spoiling the children. Like, not by spoiling the children. Fix her mistake of spoiling the children. Because, I mean, I don't know why I thought she was the kid's parents to begin with, because what she says is different, is a bit, kind of throws it off. Like, she says, "There is something you should understand about the way I work. When you need me but do not want me, then I must stay. But when you want me and no longer need me, then I have to go." So she's clearly done this before. I mean, she's not in anyone's books. Like, you know, back then they had books, not a computer. I mean, they did have some form of computer. It was one of them things that does Morse code. You know, like with the ribbon and all that. They had the Morse code ribbon things. They even had the old teletype machines, which had a ribbon that goes across it, and they also had the paper. I want a teletype machine. I don't know why, but I want me a teletype machine now. I mean, of course I'm not going to be able to hook it up to anything because it's so old it's not going to hook up to anything. Because they have not used teletype for years. If you don't know what a teletype machine is, it's a typewriter, but it's got like computer stuff in it. Like, it sends out a signal to other teletype machines. Pretty similar to how the IBM Memory 100 and the IBM MagCard typewriters stored memory. Like, one had a tape drive and all that, memory banks, to store memory. It's a typewriter, mostly mechanical, but it's been produced to store and retrieve data. Like, you run your little tape drive, it's a knob that chooses between the 50 sets of memory, and you had a center knob that was memory bank A and B, memory 100. Each memory bank holds 50 memory. So you would select your memory, like the part on the dial of what memory you want to print, and but first you got to type it out, of course, and hit store, or first you got to like hit record, type out what you want. Like, for example, he thrusts his fist against the post and still insists he sees the ghost. You'd print that out after you record, then you hit recall, or was it repeat? I don't remember. It's been a while since I looked at one. And it will print it out. It's one of those with the ball, IBM Selectric. IBM has been this massive company for years. And it'll print it out automatically. I'm pretty sure the mag card is different, but it's also a memory typewriter. You take your magnetic cards, you put them in the back where there's two slots. I think there's two slots. You put your memory cards in there, magnetic cards. I'm pretty sure it's very similar to the IBM Memory 100, where you press record, type it out, and like, once again, he thrusts his fist against the post and still insists he sees a ghost, and you hit repeat, and it'll print it out automatically. So yeah, pretty interesting. So basically says they've had computer typewriters for a while now. It's just one type was like, for example, a fax machine, only you actually typed on it. Like a fax machine, you don't type, you just put in the numbers and you fax it. The other actually stores memory. There's been several memory typewriters out there. I forget some of the names, but the first ones I knew of were IBM. IBM has always been this massive company. Like, they were super advanced before the 80s, I think. I think the first Selectric was, if you don't know what a Selectric is, look up IBM Selectric. It's weird. It's got the ball instead of the type arms or type bars. But yeah, it's pretty weird. The Selectric was all mechanical, but there was like a thing called a Wiffle Tree pulley system, and there was like links there underneath it that got pulled around in various combinations for different characters, and cables that controlled the action of that one little ball of letters. Like, it's weird. And the only way, and it will not jam like type bars. Like, the most you'll get is like the dash. The dash key will print instead of what you wanted to print. Like, if you're going too fast or whatever, or press too many characters at the same time, it'll just give you the dash. So there's a bit of a history lesson. Back to Nanny McPhee. Nanny McPhee, not the kid's parent, not the kid's mother, because she's apparently been doing that for years, teaching kids lessons and all that. Like, getting them under control, basically. because she clearly got the first set of kids under control, and she really got the other set of kids under control, because they were no longer arguing, they were no longer fighting, they were no longer beating the life out of each other and all that. So, yeah, Nanny McPhee has always been one of my favorite movies. I mean, it's an older movie. It's not that old, but it's old enough. I mean, it doesn't take the cake like Labyrinth. I mean, Labyrinth was pretty wicked. I mean, we got this, like, I think they called him the Goblin King, played by David Bowie, believe it or not. If you've never seen Labyrinth, I'm not going to spoil anything, but those hands that called themselves the Helping Hands, that was a bit much, don't you think, there? And the Cleaners. If you don't know what the Cleaners were, basically in the tunnel, there's this machine coming down the tunnel, and it had this massive, like, drill bit on it, with all these, like, blades and stuff going around and all that. And this little man was definitely like, oh no, the Cleaners, run. Yeah. It's a pretty weird cleaning machine you got there. I forget his name. Like the character's name. Like, not David Bowie. I know who David Bowie is. He's I think he's a British singer or whatever. Yeah, I think he's a British singer. Or was a British singer. I don't remember if he's still alive or not. But definitely my favorite songs of the movie are definitely Magic Dance and definitely Within You. Like, Magic Dance it's such an upbeat song. Within You was a bit more like, I tried so hard and yet no appreciation kind of vibe. Like, they were in the room with all the stairs, like stairs that basically lead no place. Like, there's stairs that are upside down, there's stairs that are like sideways, and all that kind of stuff. Well, my power's about to run out, so I better make this one quick. Yeah. I've been streaming for quite a while, almost an hour. So, yeah, anyway, yeah, I like Labyrinth. It's a bit weird, like with the Bog of Stench and the Cleaners, the Helping Hands, and all that kind of stuff. It's just really weird. And there's also them puppet things that could pull their heads and limbs off. Like, how is this a movie made for kids? It's like the movie Return to Oz, where it's pretty much more like a horror movie than it is a kids movie. I mean, Labyrinth wasn't much of a horror movie. It was basically a thriller type movie. But yeah. That Labyrinth, I loved Labyrinth. I liked David Bowie's singing and all that. In fact, I had it blaring from my speakers. I mean, I have this radio that I bought at Walmart, and a pair of speakers. I forget the name of them, but they're good speakers and all, but I just haven't hooked them up. I got some old stereo speakers. They're like about like this. They got like feet on them and stuff. So yeah, I got those hooked up to it. I'm planning on using my old Bluetooth speaker boxes as speaker boxes for the new speakers because old speakers blew out. Well, one was blown out. My dog stepped in the other one. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to have to end the stream here because my battery's going dead on my phone. So, hope y'all enjoyed the stream afterwards. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream after it was over and all that and uploaded. So, anyway, until next time, bye.